Hey guys, welcome back to Karting with Chris. Today we are going to be doing the Spring 6 final race. Now this race is the last of the Spring series, and after this race we are going to be doing summer races. Now the only difference between these is the name, but as everyone knows, the Texas weather aligns perfectly with the NTK calendar.
Let's see how this will affect the 5-day forecast. Highs will now be in the upper 10s with lows in the negative 20s, and if you look on Tuesday, there's a slight chance of death.
So hopefully in the next couple of races, it'll be a little more grippy, a little more hot, and we'll be setting those fast lap times. So coming out turn 7, we see the number 625 cart going off in the grass. That's not what you want to be doing in the warm-up lap, but whatever. We're going to continue this warm-up lap, and if you watch my last video, you will know I finished in 6th place, but in a race after that, Ava, who finished in 5th place, got into a pretty nasty crash, and she had to be taken away, and she was not able to be in this race. So hopefully she's okay. Crashes do happen. They're very rare, but they do happen, and whenever it does happen, our corner workers do a very good job. So I'm hoping everyone's okay, and I'm hoping we can continue racing. So we're gridding up here. I'm going to give you the driver lineup real quick. Here's all the people starting in front of me, and here's all the people starting behind me. Sorry for not making an effort to learn everyone's names. Again, I've said it many times before, I suck at remembering names. So we're coming out of the last couple of corners here, and we're starting on the inside, and we're actually in a pretty good starting position, because if we can just follow Ethan and Chuck in front of us, we can hold 3rd place. So we're going down the back straight. We're waiting for the flagman to wave us green. Flagman's waving green. We're good to go. So watch what happens to Colton. He's in P2 right now. The guy behind him pushes him off the track. I guarantee you it wasn't intentional, but nevertheless, we are now in 3rd place, and we're trying to get right on Chuck's bumper. He's right in front of us, and if we can get on his bumper, he can give us a nice draft, and we can pull away from the people behind us. But as you can see, we're not quite close enough to Chuck, and he is, staying in front of me. And I gotta nail these last couple of corners, or else Chuck will get on Ethan's bumper, and they will both pull away from me. So coming through turn 8 and 9 right here, you can see Chuck and Ethan both got better exits than me, and Chuck is within that slipstream of Ethan, but I'm not within that slipstream of Chuck, and so they're both gonna pull away from me. And I guarantee you they're going to work together, because they don't want me up there battling for 1st place. But if you look in the top left corner, you can see there is literally no one behind me. So I don't have anybody to work with me, but I also don't have any pressure from behind challenging me. So I'm kind of already on lap 2 in a bit of a no man's land. So at this point of the race, I am kind of panicking. Obviously I'm not panicking enough to make any mistakes, but I know the 2 people in front of me are going to pull away, and if the people behind me work together, they can catch up to me. And I don't want anyone catching up to me, because I'm in 3rd place. I've yet to get a podium. I've said it in many videos, and I've had so many 4th and 5th places. I'm sick and tired of them. Let's get this podium. So right now, you'll see me move my lips in the top left corner a bunch. That's me motivating myself, telling me brake now, turn now, do various things just to keep me on my toes, because one thing that happens when you're in no man's land is you just get lost, because there's nothing happening around you. It's really easy to just not be focused and be really slow. If you don't know what I'm talking about, try driving on the highway at like 2 in the morning. There's no one there. It's just a straight line, and you start to lose focus. At least I do. I have a really short attention span, but whatever. Enough of that. Looking further ahead, we can see Chuck and Ethan. There's a bit of a gap between them, and Chuck has actually fallen behind Ethan, or Ethan has pulled away from him. Ethan was fast all weekend long. Hopefully I can get up to his speed, but he was really fast, and this has actually allowed me to have a chance at catching up with Chuck, because Chuck no longer has that advantage of a draft, and if he makes a mistake or something, I can catch up to him. But knowing Chuck and Ethan, they rarely make mistakes like that, so that's going to be really hard, but that's going to be my main motivation throughout this race. But we did qualify in 8th, minus Ava, that's 7th, and we're in 3rd. So technically there should be 4 people behind me that should catch up, but hopefully people in that mid-pack will take all those people out. So going through turn 7 up here, we're going to look behind me, and you can see how big the gap is behind me. So that doesn't worry me, and now I'm focused on the people in front of me. So I'm going to skip a couple laps because this is just me doing boring hot laps and qualifying laps, and you don't want to see that. That's boring, so I'm going to skip ahead. So we're now finishing up lap 12. We're moving on to lap 13. Nothing's really happened in between now, but you can see Chuck has slowly pulled away from me, and I can show you this lap chart showing the lap time differences between Chuck and myself. So looking at the lap chart here, we can see Chuck is overall faster than me, but if you look closely in the middle column, it shows the difference, and you know, he's not that much faster. It's like a 10th here, 100th there. So overall he's faster, but he wasn't a whole lot faster, but I wasn't fast enough to catch up to him. And we are now on lap 13, and if you look behind me, you can see there are 2 people working together to catch up to me. So one thing I forgot to mention was that Adrian, the person who's catching up to me, he started near the back, and he actually worked his way through the pack, and he actually caught up to me. I don't know if this is true or not, but it looks like he was working together with the guy behind him, but nevertheless, I mean, he started behind and he caught up to me, so he's clearly faster. We're on lap 14, and I'm willing to defend all the way to the end of this race to hold my position. So going into turn 7, I didn't block it, didn't feel like he was close enough, but coming out of these last couple of corners, it's pretty clear that he is right on my bumper. So coming out of these last couple of corners, I'm going to go all the way defensive. I'm not messing around. And he decides that there is enough room on the inside for him. He was literally 2 wheels in the grass as he passed me, and I tried to open up the corner to get a better exit, but he pulled away, and it was a very good move on his part. I didn't think he would go in the grass to pass me, but he obviously did. So he's actually gapped me already, which is not what I wanted. I kind of wanted to stick with him, but now there is someone behind me challenging me for my 4th position. So coming out of turn 7 and going through turns 8 and 9 right here, if you look in the top left corner, the guy behind me isn't close enough to go for a move through turn 1. We're not close enough to Adrian. I mean, that'd be one hell of a dive bomb to go for that move. So we're not going defensive into turn 1. Turn 2, again, not going defensive. There's no need. Turn 3, usually people don't go for the move there. You have to nail 3 and the chicane in order to block off the move through turn 7. So going through the chicane here, I feel like the guy behind me wasn't close enough, so I'm not going to go defensive, and it was a smart idea not to go to defensive. He's right there though, he's looking for it. Coming out of these last couple of corners though, he did go a little sideways, and he's not close enough to get a draft and beat me to the line. So finishing 4th overall, not bad for a normal day, but considering I was in 3rd for so long, kind of rubbed in my curse of constantly finishing 4th and 5th, but whatever. Good race from Adrian, outstanding driving, good racing from Aiden, I think was his name. He was the person behind me. But to really rub it in, if you look at this photo right here, this is the points standing after this race, because this was the Spring 6 race. It was the end of the season, and I finished in 4th place, yes, 4th place, by 7 points, so that really rubbed things in. But that's all I have for today. If you liked the video, please subscribe, and if you have any questions, suggestions, or opinions, please comment below. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good day.